Hello everyone. As in the previous videos, we have learned about the chronology of ancient history to modern history we are using. Then we have learned about the Indus Valley civilization, and the previous video was about the Vedic culture, the starting era of Vedic culture. Now in this video we are going to learn about the later Vedic culture and civilization. So let's just start. This later Vedic culture and civilization was started from 1000 BC to 500 BC. As in this era, the Aryans further moved towards the east in the later Vedic period. The Satpatha Brahmana refers to as the expansion of the Aryanas to the eastern plains. One important development during this period is the growth of large kingdoms. Kuru and Panchal kingdoms flourished in the beginning. Parikshit and Janamejaya were the famous rulers of the Kuru kingdom, and Prahana Jaiwali was a popular king of the Panchalas. He was a patron of learning. After the fall of Kurus and Panchalas, other kingdoms like Kosala, Kasi, and Videha came into prominence. The later Vedic texts also refer to the three divisions of the India. They were Aryavarta, the northern India, Madhya Desa, the central India, and the Dakshina Path, that was the southern India. Now we can see what was the political life of later Vedic Aryans. As the larger kingdoms were formed during the later Vedic period, many jana or tribes were amalgamated to form janpadas or rashtras. The term first appeared in this period. In the later Vedic period, this royal power increased along with the size of the kingdom. The wars were no longer fought for the cows but for the territories. The king was usually a kshatriya, and the office of the monarch was made almost hereditary. Traces of election of the chief or king appear in the later Vedic texts, but hereditary kinship was emerging. The king gradually emerged as the controller of the social order too. The king was addressed by the different names across different regions. For instance, in northern regions he was known as Virat. In eastern regions he was known as Samrat, while in western and southern regions he was addressed as Swarat and Bhoj respectively. The influence of the king was enhanced by rituals. He performed various rituals like Rajasuya that was believed to confer on him supreme power, the Aswamedha to give absolute power over the territory where the royal horse ran, and the Vajapaya where the royal chariot was made to race and win against others. These rituals boosted the king's power and prestige. In later Vedic times, popular assemblies lost their importance and royal power increased at its cost. The Vidhata completely disappeared. The Sabha and Samiti continued to hold the ground, but their character changed. They came to be dominated by the princes and rich nobles. Women were no longer permitted to sit on the Sabha, and it was now dominated by nobles and the Brahmanas. Even in the later Vedic times, kings did not possess a standing army. During times of wars, tribal units were mobilized. The king also had to partake meals from the same plate and his people to win wars. The history of later Vedic period was mainly based on Vedic texts which were compiled after the age of Rig Veda. Now later Vedic texts were the Veda Samhitas, some consist of Samveda, Rig Veda, Yajurveda, and Atharvaveda. Samveda was the book of chants with having which was taken from the Rig Veda, and this Veda was important for the Indian music. Rig, Yajurveda, the book consists of sacrificial rituals and formulae. Atharvaveda, this book consists of charms and spells to the ward of evils and disease. Second one was the Brahmanas. which were consists of explanatory parts of the Vedas, which was also having sacrifices and rituals, given as in the Rig Veda as Aitreya and Kaustiki Brahmana, consist of 1028 hymns divided into 10 mandalas, that were books. In third mandala, Gayatri mantra is addressed to the solar deity Savitri, and 10 mandala addressed to Purusha Sukta. Yajurveda consists of Shatapatha and Taittiriya. Samaveda, Panchvisha, Chandogya, Shadvinsh, and Jaminaya. Atharveda, Gopatha. Now the Arankyas, concluding portions of Brahmanas, also called as Arankyas, the forest texts written mainly for hermits and students living in the forest. The Upanishads, appearing at the end of this Vedic period, they synthesized the rituals and laid stress on right belief and knowledge. Notice that Satyamev Jayate has been taken from Mundaka Upanishad. Now, in the Vedic culture or the Vedic literature, following the later Vedic age, a lot of Vedic literature was developed, inspired from the Samhitas, which follow the Smriti literature, which was written in comparison to Shruti, word of mouth tradition. Important texts in Smriti tradition are further subdivided into Vedangas, that is consist of Siksha, Kalpasutras, Vyakarna, Nirukta, Chanda, Jyotisha. Siksha was consist of phonetics. Kalpasutras having rituals included Sulva Sutras, Griha Sutras, Dharma Sutras. Vyakaran was the grammar, Nirukta was the etymology, Chanda was the metrics, Jyotisha was the astronomy. Smriti includes Manu Smriti, Yajnavalkya Smriti, Narada Smriti, Parashara Smriti, Brahaspati Smriti, Kalyan Smriti, and the Mahakavyas having the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. The Puranas were consist of 18 Mahapuranas dedicated to specific deities such as Brahma, Surya, Agni, Saiv, and the Vaishnava. They included Bhagavad Puran, Matsya Puran, Garud Puran, etc. Second one were the 18 Upapuranas that were having the lesser known texts. Now this is another subpart, that was the Upavedas, consist of Ayurveda, that was medicine, consist of Gandharvveda, music, Atharvveda were the consist of Vishwakarma, Dhanurveda, the archery. Another part, the Shad Darshanas or Indian philosophical schools, consists of Samakhya, Yog, Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Mimamsa, Vedanta. The PGW, iron, phase culture, and later Vedic economy. This was consist of the settlement, covered the whole North India with gangs being the center of culture. The appearance of iron implements in Dharwar, Gandhara, and Baluchistan region from 1000 BC. Iron was called as the Shyam or Krishna Ayas and was used in hunting and clearing forests. This is the map showing the painted grey ware culture. This is PGW, stands for painted grey ware culture, that was started from 1200 BC to 600 BCE. This we can see in the map. This was the region covered by the later Vedic culture people. Now, territorial divisions were Aryavarta, North Indians, Madhya Desa, that were Central India, Dakshinapat was the South India. The transition of chief source of livelihood from pastoralist to well settled and sedentary agriculture based on economy, as it was in the agriculture, it was rice, barley, wheat, lentils were chiefly produced. Arts and crafts improved with the use of iron and copper implements, and then weaving, leatherwork, Pottery and carpenters' work also made great progress. The growth of towns or nagaras were seldom found. The later Vedic phase didn't develop into an urban phase. Kaushambi and Hastinapur are called as the proto-urban sites, and the sea voyages are also mentioned in the Vedic texts. Now, the social organization during this period was Chaturvarna system developed gradually due to the increasing power of Brahmanas as sacrifice rituals were becoming more common. But even now, the Varna system had not advanced very far. The Vaishyas were the common people who paid tributes, while the Brahmanas and Kshatriyas lived on tributes collected from the Vaishyas. The three Varnas were entitled to Upanyan and recitation of Gayatri Mantra, which was deprived to Shudras only. Gotra started to appear with Gotra exogamy begun to be practiced. Ashramas, Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanprastha, and Sannyasin were not well established. Gods and rituals and the philosophy during this time was the cult of Brahminical influence developed with growing rituals and sacrifices. Indra and Agni lost their importance while Prajapati acquired the supreme position with Rudra and Vishnu having important positions. Signs of idolatry started to appear. People worshipped God for the material reasons only. Sacrifices become more important with the sacrificial rituals and formulae accompanying sacrifices. The guest was called as the Gogna, or one who was fed on cattle. The Brahmana demanded golds, cloth, horses, along with territories, lands as part of their sacrificial gifts. So these were the things included in the later Vedic period. Thanks for watching. Please hit like button and subscribe.